Hello, everybody. Welcome to the webinar on GITEX Europe. I know many of you are joining from all over the world, so thank you once again for being part of this. We're looking forward to making sure that we're going to run through quite a few updates on the voucher codes and the mobile app for GITEX Europe, which is coming up very, very soon from the 21st to the 23rd. My name is Bilal Reyes. I'm with the leadership team here in Dubai. And our team members are obviously based in Berlin as well, in addition to a few other countries. So for today's webinar, this is a webinar to make sure that you are updated with what we're doing on the voucher codes, to make sure that you register your staff. The important deadline to be aware of is the May 9th deadline, which is for you to use your free visitor promo codes or voucher codes. This can be found on the portal, but at the same time, our marketing team have actually shared a one-to-many codes that has been sent to you. So please make sure to check out for any emails coming through from GITEX Europe. Please check your spam folders, your junk folders on anything that comes from GITEX Europe once again. This is specifically for the voucher codes that you can use free of charge by May 9th. That is very, very important. And then secondly, today we'll actually also share with you an update on the mobile app. You would have received a notification regarding the app itself for you to download, and you can use your ePortal account to log in. So without further ado, I'll allow the team to run through the presentation. If there are any questions, feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll make sure to run through and answer everything that is unclear towards the end of the presentation. So looking forward to addressing any questions you may have. Thank you once again for your attention.
Hi everyone, I hope you found that useful. We will be sharing the video after the webinar as well for you to use and follow over the next few weeks when inviting your clients and registering your team. As mentioned, we will have a Q&A at the end of the webinar. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A function tab within Teams and get your questions loaded so we can answer them at the end. I'll now hand over to our mobile app provider, who will go through the latest release of the mobile app and all the amazing functionality that will enable you to network, set up meetings, and plan your time at the event.
Thanks very much, Matthew. Could you just be kind enough to confirm that you can see the screen currently with the slideshow on?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes.
Was that you? Lovely. Thank you ever so much. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the mobile app and web app segment of today's webinar. So my name is John Harding, and I'm from the business team here at Expo Platform. I'm joined today by my colleagues in the technical team who will be on hand to answer any questions that you may have during the Q&A session that we've been obviously previously discussing. So on today's guide, we'll cover a fully comprehensive look at the mobile and web app features, including the catalogs and lists, demonstrating how to browse Exhibitor products and sessions, including rating the sessions, and also having a look at all the ones that you've attended as well. On top of that, we'll go into the networking features, such as our internal messaging and matchmaking, including a look at how to manage your agenda and capture leads via the lead scanner. And then finally, we'll touch on the on-site elements, such as the badge scanning, note-taking, and a few of the other bits as well, such as exportation of your leads. Before we do that, I'll just kindly ask that everyone could download the mobile app if you haven't already, just to ensure that you get the most out of today's presentation. To do this, you can simply search for GITEX Europe in your native app store. So this can be done via Apple App Store, Google Play, or the App Gallery. Alternatively, as you can see there on the screen, we've got a QR code. Pop that into your camera, and that will send you straight to the download page. So we'll just give everyone a minute or so to get that downloaded if you haven't before. Appreciate some people may already have it downloaded, which is fantastic. But I'll just give everyone a pause for a minute before we move on to get that downloaded if you haven't already. Great. So hopefully everyone's had enough time to at least start the download process there. If not, don't worry. There will also be another opportunity at the end of the presentation to rescan the QR code. But hopefully the majority of people on the call should already have it downloaded. As a reminder to log in, once you've got the app downloaded, there are two ways in which you can do this, depending on who you are on the call. So firstly, for any Exhibitor team members or attendees on the call, please just ensure to use your registered email address or phone number to request your one-time passcode. Alternatively, for anyone that is looking to log in to the company account on the call, you can do so, but please just ensure that you're using your username already associated with the Exhibitor portal to request your OTP. So yeah, reminder again, any Exhibitor team members on the call or attendees, please use your registered email address or phone number. And for anyone looking to log into a company account, use your username already established with the Exhibitor portal. The OTP should be pretty instant and hopefully should be sent directly to your company or individual email address or phone number. Once you've done that, please just pop that directly in using the feature. Fingers crossed, once you're through, you should see a nice clear homepage with all of the shortcuts for the app that we'll be running through today. Once you're logged in, to navigate the full list of features available, very simply just click the 3 lines at the bottom right of the page that you can see. This will actually expand your full menu bar where you can see all of the event information features and they're located things such as your exhibitor list, your product list, conference scheduling and the interactive floor plan as well. I'll just quickly note here, as some of you may have already looked by previously logging into the app, there are a few features on there, including the interactive floor plan that aren't yet live, but they will be live closer to the event date. On top of this, the menu bar also contains your account information and management tools, including the networking, giving you access to your potential matches, and also your badge scanner and the agenda tab as well. But if you are looking to further navigate once you've selected any of those features, such as the exhibitor list or the product list, you can do so by clicking it on the menu tab. You'll notice with any of the lists that we provide within the app itself, you've got a filter functionality. Simply click the filters that you are looking to apply. Tap the show results button and that will give you access to the corresponding filters. So really, really nice and easy to kind of narrow down your list and obviously help you see a bit more clearer of the different exhibitors and products that you'll be looking at, looking to find during the show. Within the mobile app itself, we've got a built-in badge scanning and lead capture tool, which is incredibly useful. Just worth noting, obviously the tool is available for all exhibitors and exhibitor team members. Within it, you can do multiple things, including scanning the badge itself by clicking the Scan Badge button, as demonstrated on the right-hand side there of my screen. You should see it's 4 little squares. You can also see a full list of all of the badges scanned, capture leads of the visitors and also exhibitors. So it's not just for visitors, but you can do other exhibitors as well. On top of this, you can do things such as adding notes and rating and categorizing your leads, which is incredibly useful when it comes to having a look at the post-sale events. On top of this, you do also have the ability to export your leads directly from the mobile app itself by clicking the export button on the top right-hand side. Once you've done this, it will actually compile it directly into an Excel file. And it is also just worth highlighting the export functionality is also available on the web app as well. To do that, alternatively, once you've logged in, it's just the button that says download leads, which is in the nice red button there that you can see in the bottom right of the screen. Whilst we're on the web app itself, to log in, you can use the link that is actually provided directly in the presentation, and I believe it will be shared with you after this webinar anyway. But the web app itself actually provides you with a really fantastic tool to get detailed insights into your meetings, all your top performing team members, and also further analytics into your profile interactions. So would highly recommend using it both alongside the mobile app as well, before, during, and also after the show. So the mobile app and also the web app, to be fair, has some really, really fantastic networking features. So once you click into the networking tab on the mobile app itself, you'll see that it will give you a full list of all your potential matches based off the interest from yourself. By swiping right, you can mark the profile as favorite, and by simply swiping left, you'll mark the profile as not relevant. So the more you interact with it, essentially it helps to inform the AI algorithm to ensure that you're getting the best matches possible, obviously the more that you actually use it. On top of this, there are some shortcuts there for you to meet, message, and favorite the profiles using the icons below. And also, it will allow you to network totally freely with your individual logins, enabling you to essentially set up meetings on an individual basis, so you don't have to do it via the company account. The meetings and save sessions will also be able to be viewed using the My Agenda tab, which there is a shortcut through to on the homepage. So we've got multiple views within the My Agenda. So if your preference is to view the agenda via a calendar or a list, you can do so depending on obviously whatever your needs are. Under the All tab, you'll see that you've got full agendas with your sessions and meetings. We also have a diary functionality tab, which displays a list of all of your confirmed meetings. And finally, there is also an optional tab on the agenda as well, which essentially shows you all of the favorited sessions and also meeting requests. Within this section, you can obviously view, you can reschedule all of your meetings, and you can confirm and cancel them within here as well. If you so wish, there is the ability to sync this directly into your native calendar, so whether that be Outlook or Google. And you can actually also download this as a PDF format as well. So really, really nice functionality on there, depending on obviously what your preferences are and how you wish to use it. It should hopefully have everything in there that you need. And that's pretty much me for the mobile app. Obviously, we'll share all this information after the webinar as well. So if anything's been missed, there is obviously this QR code again to re-download the app if it hasn't been done already. But please just note, we will have on-site support during the event. So if there is any thing you're looking for, any help or anything like that, our team will also be there. Alternatively, you can actually contact us directly using the email address on the screen now. So GITEX Europe 2025 at expoplatform.com. And that's everything from me. So I'll pass on to the next speaker.
That's great. Thank you very much for that overview. Very clear. And as mentioned, we will share the recording of this webinar at the end. I'd like to invite my colleagues now onto the live Q&A portion of the webinar. We've had some great questions in the Q&A chat. So we'll run through some of those with you all. If obviously after those two presentations you have any questions and not yet asked them, please go over to the Q&A portal now and add them in there. Okay, so now myself and my colleagues Mohammed, Ashwin, Ali, and the app provider will go through your questions. So, voucher codes. The voucher codes currently, there is a deadline of the 9th of May. If you have any remaining vouchers after this time, please contact marketing@gitex-europe.com, requesting an extension, and we'll look into each individual case and, where applicable, extend that deadline. For those asking what the voucher codes do, the voucher codes allow you to invite your clients or prospects to the event with a complimentary pass. So this complimentary pass will allow them to attend the exhibition for the 3 days, unlimited times. If they would like to attend the conference sessions, you do have a discount code as well available, which will be shared in the Q&A, and I'll also share it in the wrap-up email afterwards. And this voucher code discount allows up to 50% off the all-access conference pass. So again, a great saving there for your clients and prospects. Okay. Are there any events in the evening at GITEX? So there will be numerous events across the 3 days. On the website, there is a web page detailing what events are happening around the city during the 3 days. Some events are open to registration, some events are invitation only, and that is specified on the website. If you yourselves are planning any events, again, please send that information to marketing@gitex-europe.com, and we'll look to do our best to promote that on the website and through our social media channels. Okay.
Matt, we'll get a question from Paula.
Sure.
Actually asking about filling in the machine making information on her profile via the web. Nothing happened. Only this submission complete. What's next?
Okay, good question. Ashwin, in terms of the e-portal, that's your bag. Do you have an answer of how you can help the lady?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
The question is from
hello?
Paula. Paula had asked that, well, she highlighted she filled in the machine making information on her profile via the web, and nothing happened. Only submission completed. What's next?
This is, I suppose, machine making, as in it's something for the booth. And was this filled on the e-zone, or was it on the Voucher portal? I mean, it depends on where it is to see, what's the outcome of it. I'm happy to assist Paula directly on this, but we need a bit more information on it.
Actually, I can make the appearance that you don't have access to, you're not actually on your laptop. So what I'll do is I'll share your email to Paula. So at least that way she can contact you directly on this basis.
Absolutely, yes.
And just one other question. I mean, there are several questions that we're running through, but Olaf asked the question whether there's a limit, Matt, on the number of clients that can use the code we received via email. And I said yes, because that's been highlighted by email when he received the voucher code. Can you reconfirm that?
Sure. So each exhibitor based on stand space will have a set allocation of complimentary passes that they can use to invite their clients. This is detailed within the exhibitor portal. So there's a dashboard. You'll be able to see how many codes that you have available to share. And then from there, you can track how many invitations you have sent and how many people have registered from those invitations and see exactly who has registered as well. So it allows you to kind of manage the
just to add on to
invitation
that, where
process.
you could see it is in the badging portal.
Okay, I've got a question that kind of keeps coming up as well in terms of seeing an error when using these codes. So I'm just going to share my screen. So you'll see this is our current landing page on the website, where visitors can look to buy a standard ticket. If you want to share your unique code, your guest would need to go to this page, click on do you have a promo code? This box will then prompt them to add their code. And once they add their code, click validate, and it will go through and give the discount on that ticket. I'll just do a quick test run now. And you see it takes them through and gives them the free access, and they just then need to complete their form and submit. Okay, is it possible to book another exhibitor badge? Yes, I believe you can obtain more exhibitor badges. Ashwin, is there a fee involved?
Well, there's no fee as such. I just replied to one of the people that was asking for them to just route these requests through to the admin team. We can actually share the email address, or I have shared this already on the question. Just give me a second. I will just read it out so everyone's aware. It is, just a second. We have it right here. Yeah, it's GITEX EU sales admin at pwtc.com. You can email requests for additional badges to the admin team, and they will check and get back about the allocation for additional badges. That is.
Alternatively, for everybody on this call, if you have not had a chance to take a note of that from what Ashwin has just shared verbally, you can go back to your account manager and we'll be happy to help.
Great. Next question I can see from Ben Colson. Can we bring a plug-in coffee machine at our booth? Arlene, are you able to answer regarding exhibitors being able to provide bringing their own electrical equipment? Arlene?
We will have to check that with the venue. You can send an email to operations@gitex-europe.com and we will get back to you on that thing.
Okay, great. So yeah, please, Ben, just send an email to operations@gitex-europe.com and they'll get back to you. Okay. Just going through some new ones. Aman, your co-founder was born in 2005. Can they be an exhibitor as we have a few important meetings lined up? Sure, as long as they're obviously part of the organization, then you can register them as an exhibitor and they can join you on your meetings. Alara from Dectopus, can only admins invite the clients with the voucher code? So admins have the overall power to log into the eZone portal and use the invite functionality from within the portal. However, you can share your unique code to your team, and those team members can share that unique code with their clients. One thing to be mindful of is obviously once that unique code is being shared amongst your team and they're sharing it amongst their clients, it's very difficult to then track who is using that specific code. So, I mean, it's up to yourselves. I know from my experience, each exhibitor likes to do it differently. So if you're happy to do it that way, great. If you want to be a bit more cautious, because maybe have a smaller allocation and have a set list that you want to invite, I would suggest just using the login functionality in the e-portal and sending the invites directly to those clients.
If you allow me to add, Matthew.
Sure.
The admin at your portal can also add additional users. So in case you need to grant several users access and they can send also through the portal the invitations, that's also another option available. Thank you.
Also, I've just got an answer for you, Ben, on the coffee machine. You can bring your coffee machine with you. So that's good news for you. Okay, let's look for another question.
So just a note, sorry, Matt, but my apologies, but it seems like the answer to a lot of questions is GITEX Europe 2025 at expoplatform.com. And this is just to the Expo Platform team. If there's an opportunity to really give a more constructive answer, then just email us at GITEX Europe 2025. That would be much appreciated. You know, we want to make sure that we are addressing as clear of the answers as possible, rather than just getting people to email us. So an example would be, I did not receive a code sent to my email address. So I know that the team had actually said, please send us an email to GITEX Europe 2025 at Expo Platform. And I think quite a few of the team members have answered the questions a little bit more specifically, but let's try to make sure that as much as possible, we're giving answers here on the call. So everybody on this call, please provide us with any challenge you have. And as much as we can actually give you the answers right away, we will. as opposed to guiding you to an email address to send it to.
Okay. When I go through the Q&A, I'll have a look and see if there's any mobile app questions we can bring up. Question again about bringing items to the event. Can I bring with me roll-ups? Sure. You can bring in roll-up banners for your stands and your booths. That's not a problem.
Just to add on to that, if you are a startup pod exhibitor, you will have a bit of carpet space provided on the side of your pod where you can place roll-up banner, or if you'd like to book a TV to play videos and presentations, you can do that as well, which is from the Baco Shop, the venue services portal. The only thing about the banners is it should not be taller than 2 meters, which is the restriction of the height. It should match with the height of the pod. Just for the startup exhibitors, I just wanted to share this.
So just to know, the Sitar and Nath has just asked a question about the 2 types of voucher codes, whether they have an expiration date of May 9th. All voucher codes have an expiration date of May 9th. So please make sure to use those. They are saving you 40 euros for allowing your visitors access into the show for 3 days, from the 21st of May to the 23rd. So please make sure to access these and to fill it in and to send it out to your visitors as soon as possible. And if you have questions on that, do let us know.
Thanks, Bilal. A good question here from Sylvia. In case of staff rotation, how should we manage the badges? We've seen there are limited available, but for example, if they have an extra team member and wanted to replace one, how would we go about accessing that? So, so you have the options to delete badges in the portal. So if after, say, day 2, one of the team member can no longer attend, you can delete that badge and then send that invite to another team member to register. Obviously, the initial team member whose badge was deleted, if they were then to try and access the site, their badge would be void to do so. But that's a good, unique question there. Thank you, Sylvia.
Yeah, and just to add on, you can do this multiple times as required if you have other people coming in as well. As Matt said, the initial badge will be purged from the system. So obviously, if that person tries to access, then they won't be able to access it because it won't be picked up on the scanner. So this is absolutely possible. Again, there are 2 ways of ordering badges. One is by single entry on the portal. Otherwise, if you want to, like Matt was saying, if you want to have multiple team members order the badges, you can send this link to, let's say, if you have 10 exhibitor badges allocated and you want to invite, if you want to have 8 people from your team order their own badges, you can send the link over. Each of them can do it themselves. Makes your life easier.
Cheers, Ashwin. Daniela, will we have the slides afterwards? Yes. Again, just to reiterate, this has been recorded and we'll share the recording with you afterwards, as well as the hard copies of the decks. Any questions? I've seen a couple around invoices, one from CEO Vision about invoices. Please speak to your direct account manager who can support you with any invoices that are outstanding that need to be paid. Okay. How do I check which email I'm registered? I have some different aliases from Tomek. Okay, Tomek. So what would be the best option here is to speak to ourselves afterwards. So drop a copy of your email, well, the right email alias you would like to be registered, and we'll reach out to you there and then discuss that with you of how we can get that changed through our sales admin team in the back end. Olaf, is there a chance to get a combined list of companies and the representatives that will attend the show? For GDPR reasons, there is no functionality to do this. We will not be sharing any exhibitor data amongst exhibitors or amongst visitors. And this is just to reiterate, you know, from the many years I've worked in exhibitions, and again, we're seeing it for this show. If you are receiving any emails that are not from our domain, telling you that you can purchase data from them about registrants and attendees, this is a scam. As mentioned, we do not share any information with any third party. So if you do get these, please share them at marketing at gitex-europe.com. We have a legal team here set up to purge these companies from falsifying documentation under the pretense of it being GITEX Europe registration data.
If you allow me, Matt, that
sure.
includes also matchmaking, because we've seen some asking questions at the chat about matchmaking platform, which not ours. So please ensure when you access the matchmaking platform, access it through our official mobile app, GITEX Europe, or through our official website. There are other apps that are trying to do scamming, and we are taking legal action with them.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Okay, coming to the last few questions now.
So maybe I can actually add in there, Matt. So I think I see
sure.
a message from Melanie Music. Thank you for sharing. It would be great to extend the invite period. We'll do our best. At this point in time, it still remains for May 9th. A lot of people we want to make sure are planning in advance to actually be there at the show. But you know, hopefully you can actually maximize on using these promo codes before the May 9th deadline. If there is going to be an extension of that deadline, the team will notify you. And you'll be able to see it. But at this point in time, May 9th is the timeline to use these codes free of charge. And then the second point is from Tyra Anderson. How long will the contact data from the app scanner be accessible after the event? Generally speaking, we try to make sure that it's there for a few more days. But you know, try not to wait another week or so after the event to go to the app and check who was able to be there. So yeah, it's not going to be open for much longer after the show's over.
Okay.
Just to touch upon one of the important questions raised by Kotra Hamburg, it is, does the app allow for one-to-one meetings to be organized at the event? Yes, absolutely. On the mobile app, you will have a section where you can see the best recommended attendees, which are given to you based on our AI-powered matchmaking platform. On that, you can yourself request for meetings, and at the same time, attendees can request for meetings with you as well. On the same page, you can filter based on country, sector, industry, and so on to find the right type of attendees you'd like to meet with and to organize your own meetings. Now, this is integrated with your appointments diary, which is part of the app as well. So as and when you have meetings confirmed from both sides, you will be able to have them reflected on your appointments diary, which is great. So you know exactly who you're meeting with at the show before you come to the show. Now, also just to keep in mind that this portal or that platform does not give you at length 200 results and so on. It gives you a short number based on recommendations, which does get refreshed. So please, by all means, to everyone, I wanted to share this one point. The more number of meetings that you try to organize on the app, the better it is. Obviously, I mean, it goes without saying, but please keep checking the recommendations and you know, organizing your own meetings as well. Now, one last point on that specific note I wanted to add is this is speaking to the startups who are exhibiting with us at GITEX Europe. We have an investor program, as many of you may be aware, on which the concierge team that are part of our company, they would be organizing investor versus startup meetings at the show. Now, it's very, very crucial that each of you, not just startups, but every exhibitor goes onto the exhibitor portal and fills up two very important parts. First is the company profile, which is pretty much the same as copying over your LinkedIn page, you know, just takes 5 minutes. And the most important part is the matchmaking form, which is the next page you will see. On that, you will be adding in your exact requirements in terms of who you want to meet at the show, what type of attendee, all of that, based on which our team picks it up. And the same questions, similar questions are asked to investors as well. Wherever there's a mutual match, those meetings will be organized for you. Now, we don't guarantee a set number of meetings. It's based on a lot of variables and mutual match as well. Again, the sooner you update this information on the portal from your side, the more number of meetings you will be having before slots get full as well.
Daniel Ehmele asked a question, Matt, whether the individual invite message or whether Daniela can add an individual invite message to the voucher codes before they are sent out. Can you clarify that point?
Yes. So when going through the process, you can review the email before sending, and you can edit the text there. Ashwin, obviously, while I've got yours, I think there was a question about Supernova. And kind of obviously, I know we've got some last minute deadlines coming up. Do you want to just kind of give a quick overview on what startups need to do for that?
Sure, and I'll tell you why I'm smiling, because due to popular demand, since we have a lot of startups now confirming via their respective organizer pavilions, we have extended the final deadline for the Supernova Challenge to 11:59 p.m. Berlin time on May 9th. So you all can breathe a sigh of relief, but not to keep it until the last minute. Again, the sooner you can submit your pitch application, the more chances of getting visible before the last bits of the applications coming in. So yes, that's basically the deadline, the final deadline for the Supernova Challenge applications. Anything else you'd like me to elaborate on, Matt, about that?
No, I think clear. It's a great
one last, sorry. Yeah, one last point.
Please elaborate,
yeah, absolutely. No, not to take too much time, but it's just that all startups who have applied will hear back from us a week before the show in terms of whether they've been selected or not. You will all receive an email from us, and please make sure to add us, our domain, to the Safe Senders list, which is at dwtc.com. And this email will essentially say, hey, congrats, you've been selected to go into the semifinals. Or let's say, unfortunately, if you're not selected, it will inform you that as well, so you're not kept hanging. So that'll be a week before the show. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Again, obviously appreciate some really good questions in here, guys. So if you can continue to add them, anything we don't get around to answering in the next 5 minutes, we'll take offline and respond to you directly afterwards. One question here about speaker badges and having to use allocation to register your speakers. Please don't worry about registering your speakers. All confirmed speakers will be registered by our conference team, and those speakers will receive their badges directly before the event. Okay. Gabriella's just responded to your one of your points, Ashwin. When will the meetings that you talked about be visible in the schedule once we confirm the interest?
It will be closer to the show, in the sense, it's safe to say that those meetings will be visible about 10 days before the show. I mean, and the team are working, and the concierge team are working on setting up those meetings, because again, it's based on both parties accepting. I would say, I mean, if Mohammed Bibas is on the call now, if he can just give a date on this, that'll be great.
Yes, sure, Ashwin. So for the meetings that the concierge team schedule, actually, it starts like 2 to 3 weeks. You receive the invitations, but it is according to the date of your submission to the matchmaking form, as Ashwin clarified. You will get sooner the scheduled meeting, because it takes some time to confirm from both parties. So the confirmation email already started to reach some of the requested meetings, and hopefully you will get your confirmation email if you filled your form as well.
Great. Here's a good question from Bisha. Should startups and colleagues who will be present at the stand come to check their position one day before the event or in the morning of the event? So this goes to startups and exhibitors. I would highly advise you coming before the show opens to check your booth, check your stand, check your pod, make sure all the graphics and collateral and setup coffee machines or anything are there, all working fine. And so, when, to kind of release any stress before the show, everything's prepared, and then you can come to the show day morning, day one, fresh and ready to attack the day.
Just to add on to this, since I've worked on the show for the last 8 years, it's best to come the previous day of the show, by which time all of the pods will be set up and the graphics will all be printed as well. What I would advise against is to arrive at the venue, let's say 4 days before, by which time the pods may not be, ready, which I've seen, because, startups want to make sure everything is fine, which is great. So we highly advise, as Matt said, to come the day before the show. Highly advise not to come early on the first day of the show's opening, because then it's gonna get really busy, and then hard to orientate yourself. So the previous day is perfect, and it'll be open until late night as well if you want to come in. So no problem at all. And you have to also, very importantly, bring your exhibitor badge as well to gain entry into the venue.
Okay, coming into some last questions now. Sorry, Mohammed, did you have a point?
Yeah, just to elaborate on how to collect the badge for exhibitors before the show opens. So please ensure when you arrive to the venue to show your confirmation email. You will receive a confirmation email upon completing your registration. This confirmation email will have a QR code. At the same time, if you registered and you have access to the mobile app, there is a digital badge at the mobile app as well. The email you will receive also will allow you to add a digital badge on Apple Wallet if you are an iPhone user, or if you're an Android user to Google Wallet as well. Any of those 3 options to show the QR code once you arrive, and our team will print the badges through our terminals immediately upon your arrival. It's better if you did this before the show opens, because at the show opening, there will be a lot of crowd. So it will be easier if you hold your badge and enter directly.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Very useful. Are there different opening hours for exhibitors than for visitors? That comes from Karen. So there are different opening hours. As mentioned, the exhibitor badge specifically allows you access during build-up and before the actual show day times. So the event opens at 9:30 until 5. Exhibitors can arrive from 8 and then leave at 6. But there are obviously activities as well on site. So you can obviously join for those exhibitor after parties, or travel to the other site venues for the evening events. Sarah, regarding the agenda for Tech Talks, I know the conference team are doing some agenda updates, so please bear with us, and I believe the Tech Talks content will be uploaded this week onto the website. Okay, so that concludes the live element or portion of the webinar. We appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day to join us. We hope you found it very useful. There are obviously still questions that we need to get around to answering. We will take those offline and respond to you individually. To those who obviously emailed into the respective mailboxes as well for support, please bear with us in the next 24 hours. You will get a response as well. But no, we are nearly 2 weeks to the show. We're super excited to welcome you all to the event. One of the big takeaways now is, making sure your clients and your prospects have the voucher codes, and also downloading the mobile app and start using that to set up meetings before the event. Thank you very much for your time. This recording will be sent out to you all, and the hard decks as well of the presentations today. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you, everyone.